All right. Wonderful. Welcome everyone to the National Beta Club Virtual College Fair. We're so excited to have you participating in this event. We have some fantastic schools here with us today. Each will have 6 minutes to share more about their institution, but we'll be around for the entire session to answer questions. My name is Chelsea and I will be your facilitator. Before we get started, a few housekeeping items. Your camera and microphone are off, so panelists cannot see or hear you. However, you can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to the presenters at any time. This is one of many sessions happening this evening, so be sure to check the schedule on the website. It is being recorded and will be available at strivescan.com/nationalbeta. All right, and with that, I am going to turn it over to the University of South Carolina Upstate to kick things off.
Hi everyone, my name is Anaya. I'm one of the admissions counselors at USC Upstate. So I'm going to be sharing a little bit about our school. So let me go ahead and start my slide. So we are located in Spartanburg, South Carolina, about 30 miles from Greenville. Some of our fast facts is that we have over 5,000 students on campus, 29 different states in the United States and 14 nations all over the world. Our average class size is 18 students and our student and faculty ratio is 15:1. And we have over 50 majors and programs. We are the #1 public or regional college in South Carolina. So we do have 3 different types of housings, 2 for our freshmen and 1 for our upperclassmen and transfer students. Our freshman dorms are known as the tree houses. And they are known as Magnolia and Palmetto. They are single or double suites, so you can share a room with another person or have your own room. Regardless, you will be sharing a living area, a bathroom, and a shower with 3 other students. They do function with free laundry, so you just have to bring anything that you do use for laundry. And we are handicapped accessible and control access on 24-hour front desk. So this just means that there will be someone sitting in the front desk just to ensure no intruder will be coming in. You do have to scan an ID to get into the housing. And you are allowed to bring visitors, but it does have to go through the RA and it does have to go through housing as well. Our villas, which is for our upperclassmen, is structured the same way as our tree houses. The only difference is that they are more apartment style and they do have a full-size kitchen as opposed to freshman dorms. And they also work with free laundry. So some of our upstate student experience is that we are a 330-acre campus. Our parking is free on campus. All you have to do is have a parking decal. We have 3 different types of decals: green for faculty and staff, red for residents, and yellow for commuters. So you just have to park in your designated area, and that's all that we ask for. There are a lot of parking spots all over campus, so you don't have to worry about not being able to find a parking spot or having to walk from the opposite sides of campus. We have over 90 student clubs and organizations, along with 13 fraternities and sororities. And we have also intramural sports. Some of our top ones is we have lacrosse, flag football, and esports. We do have 15 NCAA Division I sports teams, and we're part of the Big South Conference. We have 4 different options to eat on campus. We have our dining hall, which is kind of like a buffet. You can have a pizza, burger, sandwiches every day. Or we have our chef's table. They give something different each day, so you won't get tired of eating the same thing all over again. We also have Boar's Head Deli, which is kind of like a Subway. You can add whatever you want on your sandwich, wrap, a flatbread pizza, or smoothies if you're just looking to get something small for your meal. And then we also have our Wow Cafe and Sushi. And I would probably say the most important one that we have on campus is Starbucks, which we have in our library. So our tuition for South Carolina residents is $5,604. Now, if you're looking to add your housing, it is about $20,500 for a resident and $11,500 per year for a commuter. Now, for out of state, it does vary. We do offer a lot of out of state scholarships, but if you're just paying out of state, it is $11,355 for tuition. And if you're planning to commute, it's $22,810. And then for our residents, it's $31,000. So of course, a lot of students need to know about scholarships or financial aid. We have a lot of scholarship opportunities along with financial aid. We do offer merit-based admission scholarships. So when you first apply, you're automatically considered for these scholarships. You do have to fit the criteria of the class rank, the GPA, and the test scores. After your first semester at USC Upstate, you can also get foundation scholarships. Those are not more specific criteria as our merit-based. Those are kind of designated to something small. You can start applying for those around the spring semester, and then you can get awarded them for the following fall semester. We do have state aid, whether it's Life, Hope, or Palmetto Fellows, and federal aid, whether it's grants, loans, or work study. For work study, if you work as a residential assistant, you can get a significant discount on your housing, or a student ambassador and use the money on anything that you would like. Over 90% of our students receive some type of financial aid, and this past year we awarded over 66 million financial aid awards. So for our application for our freshmen, it is specifically online. On our website, we are not on the Common App. So if you look for us on the Common App, like I said, we are not on there. We do ask for a $45 application fee or a fee waiver. They can either come from your guidance counselor, or we do offer a fee waiver when you have your college application day during the months of September, October, and November. And we do require for you to submit your transcript and your test scores. This year for fall 24, we are test optional. For the fall 25, we have not been announced if we will continue being test optional. However, if we do, we just ask for a 3.0 and top 30% of your class. If you do not fall under that, then we just ask for a 2.0, a 19 ACT, or a 950 SAT. And here's my information. If you have any other questions regarding the admission process, if you want to know a little bit more about the school, or just have any specific questions about USC Upstate. So that's it for me.
Wonderful. Thank you. All right, I'm going to pass it over to Converse University next.
Hi, can y'all hear me okay? Okay, so my name is, okay, thank you. My name is Cynthia Oliver. I'm an admissions counselor at Converse University. So today I will be talking to you guys a little bit about us and what we have to offer. I like to start by giving you all a roadmap as to how to become a student at our university. We always encourage students to visit campus just to get a feel for what it's like to be at Converse. And then from there, we encourage everyone to apply. We are found on the Common App, and you can apply to us through there, or you can apply online directly on our website. We always encourage every student to apply directly on our website because our application is free and it is much more easier and a lot more efficient than it is going through the Common App. All we require is a high school transcript. It doesn't have to be official, it can be unofficial. And then test scores, we are test score optional as well as test score blind. So if you decide that you don't want to submit your test scores, that is totally okay. If you decide that you do want to submit those test scores, but they may not be the best and they may not help your application, we will just pretend like we never saw them. We always encourage all students to attend admissions events. We have plenty throughout the school year. We have an admissions preview day coming up this April 20th, and it's just a chance for students to come on campus, talk to faculty, meet students, and just get a feel for what it's like to be at Converse. We always encourage everyone to stay in touch with their admissions counselors. Depending on what region or what school you're at, you'll be assigned an admissions counselor for you, and definitely use them as a very, very important and useful resource. And then you watch for your admissions count or admissions decision once you've got that application in. We are very efficient in getting those decisions out. We get those out every Tuesdays and Thursdays. So definitely be on the lookout. And then once you've gotten that acceptance letter, we always encourage all of our students to attend Accepted Students Day. Again, just a very, very fun day. One of my personal favorite events for students to come on campus and see what it's like to be an actual student, to make that final decision. Then once that is done, you have decided that you want to be at Converse and you want to become a Valkyrie, then you go ahead and submit that $200 deposit to secure your spot at Converse. With that deposit, it does count towards your tuition, so it doesn't go to waste. and our tuition actually sits at 39,520. More information on that you can find on our website, but that is what our tuition is for the 24-25 school year. So we are an NCAA Division II school. We have 6 men's sports and 12 women's sports. And then 3 co-ed sports, including esports. Our men's sports just took off up and running. They started in 2020 and they're doing really good. I know our men's soccer team is amazing. So if you are interested in participating in any sports, you would have to contact our athletics department for them to be able to give you information about recruitment and scholarships. Unfortunately, admissions is not responsible for giving out that scholarship money. That will be completely done through the athletics department. But even if you're not interested in participating in any sports, you can still go out and support your peers and be a part of the crowd in supporting our games. So we are a smaller university. Our total enrollment sits at 1,459 students. 859 of those would be our undergraduate students and 600 of those would be our graduate students. This is a little bit further down the line, but once you graduate from Converse or any university that you choose, we do have 3 different graduate programs available in education, management, and marriage and family therapy. So those are available to students once they have completed their undergraduate degree. We have over 40 majors, 40 in-demand majors that merge the liberal arts and career-focused studies. We have these in business and data science. We have our School of the Arts. We have our education majors. And then we do have 8 pre-professional career tracks. So if you're a student and you decide that you still want to pursue music, you play an instrument, you can definitely major in music and still pursue a career in pharmacy. So you'd be a music major on the pharmacy track. And we were founded in 1889, and I'll get to that in just a second. So we were founded as an all women's private school in 1889, and we decided to go co-ed in 2020. So with that change, we decided to maintain the traditions that we had before, and we created the Converse College for Women. So the Converse College for Women is just a sisterhood. It is available to all students who are female or female identifying. It's a chance for you to participate in lots of mentorship, lots of community service events, and you get to take women-centered classes. So it's all about empowerment. And you also get to be part of fun Big Sis and Little Sis program that we have on campus. So if any student is interested in that, when you apply, you will have a section where you will mark that you are interested in being a part of the Converse College for Women. It is not something separate from the university. You will still be a Converse student. You would just be a part of the CCW. So lastly, I want to talk about the Converse guarantee. We guarantee that all students will graduate from Converse in 4 years. If you do not, Converse will allow you to complete your degree completely for free if you surpass those 4 years. And then the second guarantee is that all students will be fully employed or enrolled in a graduate school of their choice within 6 months of graduation. If you are not, Converse will allow you to come back to school and study for a full year for free. So that is it about Converse.
Awesome. Thank you so much. All right, next up is Middle Georgia State University.
Okay, good afternoon, everybody. Can you all see my screen? Okay, I see that sharing now. I'm Andrea Jennings. I'm the lead recruiter here at Middle Georgia State University. So I'm gonna start there because it's a short little video. So who is Middle Georgia State? We are one of the fastest growing universities in the state of Georgia. We have 5 campuses: Macon, Warner Robins, Cochran, Eastman, and Dublin. Macon is our main campus, and Cochran, we like to call it our freshman friendly campus. Gives you the atmosphere of like a college off of TV. I am a proud alumni of Middle Georgia State University. We have over 8,000 total students, 8,000 plus total students. The ratio is 37.6 men to 62.3 females. We represent 142 Georgia counties, 37 states, and 74 countries. We have over 70 plus courses of studies, but these are our top 5: psychology, nursing, information technology, aviation, and business. We are the only 4-year public university in the state of Georgia where you can gain an aviation degree with a partnership with Delta and United Airlines. So that's one thing that we are proud to have, and I have in Georgia as the only university. So we do encourage all our students to thrive on campus. Right now, we are part of the NAIA. In about a year or two, we are transitioning to NCAA Division II. We have 50 plus student organizations, and we have support services for all students, which include counseling services and things like that. So right now, the sports that we have on our Macon campus, we have volleyball, women's volleyball, men and women's tennis, and women's cross country. On our Cochran campus, which is kind of our freshman-friendly campus, we house more sports. So we have men and women's soccer, baseball, softball, and men and women's basketball. And then we also have club sports, equestrian. And then when we transition to D2, we will be getting women's track. So Cochran campus, we have 5 residence halls. On our Macon campus, we have 2 residence halls. And then on our Eastman campus, we only have 1. Eastman is our aviation specific campus. So unless you're an aviation student, you do not stay on that campus. However, freshmen can stay on Macon and Cochran campus or Cochran campus. And then in Macon, once you become an upperclassman, there is apartment style where you will have your own bedroom and your own bathroom. And then it's a full kitchen. So this is Cochran. This is just an example of what our Harris Hall looks like. This is apartment style. It's 156 rooms. As you see, you each have your own bedroom, but 2 of you will share a bathroom on each side, and then it's a common area and it's a kitchenette. Not like in Macon where you have a full kitchen. So this is our suite style. This is where you each have your own bedroom. You just share a bathroom in the middle. This is typically what students like to do. This is the one that is mostly popular amongst our freshmen. And then our Anderson is our typical, like you see on TV, you share everything. You share a bedroom, you share a bathroom. This is the one that students like to sway from, but we encourage them to get out, get to know people. So I do encourage students, like if you want the real college feel where you have to share everything, go to Anderson Hall. So this is University Point and on our Macon campus. This is what I was talking about. This is the apartment style. With this one, you each have your own bedroom and bathroom. It's 4 of you to 1 apartment though, but you have a full kitchen and you have a common area. And this is our suite style. As you can see, you each have 1 bedroom and then you have a bathroom that you'll share. And then on the opposite side, it's another group of girls or another group of boys. Our dorms are co-ed. You cannot stay, your roommate will not be a man, opposite gender though. And then Eastman, this is our aviation hall. It is apartment style. It's first come, first serve, and only 140 single rooms. So one thing that Middle Georgia State is also proud of, we have one of the lowest tuition rates in the state of Georgia, with just $4,762. This is in-state tuition and fees for a full load. So that's typically just 5 classes. And that does not include a housing and meal plan. However, if you get housing, if you stay on campus and you have a meal plan, it only takes it up to $7,000 a semester. So we do have opportunities for you to fund your education. Of our students receive some type of financial aid, whether that's grants, loans, student employment, scholarships. And then here at Middle Georgia State, we also give our own scholarship out. Last year, this is how much we raised in our MGA Foundation. So it's people like me, the alumni, faculty, and staff, we are putting into it to give students a scholarship. So how to apply? You can apply online for just $30. During the month of March and November, we do waive our application fee, and then we will need your official transcripts from high school, and then lawful presence, which is just a driver's license, birth certificate, U.S. passport. And then I do encourage everybody to go ahead and apply for financial aid early. One thing about us, we do not need any test scores. We are test optional. While yes, you can send them, we do not require them. We only require you to have a 2.0 core curriculum GPA. And this is how you can connect with us. I'm trying. I don't know why I won't let me stop sharing.
It worked.
Okay.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, next up is Salem College.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So Salem College is located in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. We are an all-women's college, and we were founded in 1772. So a little bit about us. We are smaller in size. So there are about 500 undergraduate students and 100 graduate students at Salem. We do intend to be small. We pride ourselves on very small faculty to student ratio being 8:1, and our average class size being 8 students in a classroom, so that you can prioritize your education as well as connect with your professors so that they can learn your learning style and for your recommendation letters if you want to pursue graduate or doctorate programs after Salem. We receive more than 2,000 applications, and we usually have about 150 students in our first year class. 33% of our students are from outside of North Carolina, from more than 40 states. On average, our applicants have an average of 3.82, their weighted GPA. We are proud to say we are 47% diverse, and 42% of our students do receive Pell Grants. And 40% of our students are also first generation. Here's some accomplishments of our graduates from 2023. We were ranked number 2 in the United States for social mobility and number 24 in the Washington Monthly for the best liberal arts college, and the largest number of applications in the institution's history last year. So we're really proud of that. So why would you go to a women's college? We are very diverse. We're focused on leadership. We have higher earnings on graduation, more than $8,000 higher than women in the same professions that go to a co-ed college. We do have better placements in our graduate programs, and 150% more likely our students are to find work in the STEM fields. So we have more than 50 majors, minors, and concentrations. Here's a list. Feel free to take a picture of the screen. One of the things that is kind of unique to us is we have our integrative studies program where you can create your own major, which I'll talk a little bit about that later. But we also are one of the few liberal arts colleges in the United States that have a health leadership focus. That's not necessarily our primary focus, but most liberal arts colleges don't really have health sciences. But as you can see, we do have a pretty large list of health science programs, and they are continuing to grow. We also do have accelerated pathways, as you can see, some examples being our 4+1 with our Wake Forest Masters in Clinical Health, our 3-3 with Campbell for our law program, and just things like that. So this basically helps you graduate earlier. So say you wanted to go to Winston-Salem State for Masters in Rehabilitation, you would go 3 years at Salem and 2 years at Winston-Salem State. And so that's how those work. As well as we do have graduate options, as you can see located on the left. We do have a program in a relationship with North Carolina A&T. So any students that attend Salem can do the Air Force ROTC there. And same with the Army ROTC, but through Wake Forest. We do have a very close partnership with Wake Forest. All of our students can take free classes at Wake Forest as long as Salem does not offer the class. With that being said, we do provide transportation for the students that want to take classes at Wake. We do encourage students to do that. At Salem, we emphasize teaching you how to use your voice in different settings, and Wake Forest is a large D1 school, so we like to encourage our students to go over there and kind of practice the skills that they learned in a smaller setting in a larger setting. We do have a new health leadership lab, as you can see here. So the left is a conference table, the middle is a hospital bed, and the right is more of like a classroom setting. And this allows students to debate and go over like ethical things that they wouldn't necessarily get to do in a normal classroom setting. So example would be if there's a patient who needs a blood or an organ transplant, who would you take the organ from, an 80-year-old person or a 7-year-old little child? So it's just kind of a way for you to have real world experience while being at Salem. We are part of the NCAA. We are Division III. We have basketball, volleyball, soccer, softball, swimming, and tennis. We now do have beach volleyball, cross country, and cheer, and we are getting esports and fencing. We do encourage all of our students to study abroad, and that's something that you can do at Salem. We have the Lucy Rose Center that's designed for career development. So if you need to do a mock interview because you have a job, you can go down there and they'll come up with questions based on the job you're looking at. They help you find study abroad opportunities as well as internship opportunities. We are proud to say 100% of our students do complete an internship at Salem College. And so they kind of help you. So for instance, if you want to do an internship at a hospital, you just kind of talk to them about your schedule, paid or non-paid, whatever you want, and then they'll kind of help you set that up. We've been around for over 250 years, so we have a lot of connections within the city of Winston-Salem. We are part of a really big city of Winston-Salem, and there's a lot of colleges nearby, so there's always things to do. And a great social life at Salem. So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. You can find the information on our website. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much. All right, next up is Old Dominion University.
We are located in Norfolk, Virginia. Campus is about 5 to 7 minutes from downtown and about 25 minutes from oceanfront Virginia Beach. Norfolk is the second largest city in Virginia, which is great not only for our students to be able to enjoy their time outside of class, but it also offers tons of local job and internship opportunities for our students to take advantage of. You can see on the screen some select areas from around the city, lots to do to keep our students busy. Here at ODU, we do have about 24,000 total students. 19,000 of those are going to be your undergraduate students. They'll all study within one of our 7 different academic colleges and have over 175 different majors and concentrations to choose from. If you want to see that full list of majors, we do have it listed on our website for you to look over. Campus life here is going to be very involved and engaging. We have over 300 student-run clubs and organizations. This makes it super easy to find a group of people with similar interests, similar backgrounds, whatever it is you may be looking for. If for some reason none of those clubs catch your interest, all it takes is a few signatures. You can create your own. So we do allow our students, to pursue the things they're interested in, both inside and outside of the classroom. We are a Division I school here as well, with 18 different Division I athletic programs. Pretty much all your major sports, football, baseball, basketball, soccer, all the way over. We have a Division I esports team as well. Our athletics will compete in the Sun Belt Conference, and students can attend all of those games for free. You just have to reserve a ticket online through the student portal, and you'll be good to go to attend that event. Residence hall wise, we do have 4 separate housing neighborhoods on our campus with 13 different residence hall options. ranging from suite style freshman dorms all the way up to apartment style living for our upperclassmen. So we do have, a wide variety of housing options for students at any point in their academic career. Applying to school, excuse me, ODU is on the Common App, as well as we have our own ODU application portal. It is going to be a $50 application fee, whichever option you choose. If you're looking at a bunch of schools, Common App would probably make the most sense for you. If you've got it narrowed down to just a couple different options, I would recommend doing the ODU specific application. It's going to be a lot shorter than the Common App, so just save you all some time when it comes to submitting those applications. Some deadlines to pay attention to. Early action deadline is December 1st. Regular decision date, you'll see it's listed as February 1st. However, that is very much a soft deadline as we do have rolling admissions. So we generally keep our application open up until we fill our seats. So our application is still open. If students haven't applied yet, I'd recommend submitting as soon as possible. That way we can start working on the decision for you. We are a test optional school, so we do not require the SAT or ACT. The only required components for us are going to be your official high school transcripts along with that completed application. If you want to include your test scores, you certainly can. Just make sure to notate that there'll be a section on the application. That way we know, to wait to receive those test scores before we evaluate your application. Affordability, on average, about 75% of incoming freshmen do receive financial assistance. ODU is a top 5 most affordable school in Virginia. It's actually the most affordable that offers doctoral track programs. You'll see some tuition estimates on the screen here. These are going to be based off of a full-time freshman living in our most expensive residence hall with our most expensive meal plan. So this is really the top end number that you can expect to be paying. This is before any scholarships, financial aid, anything like that are applied. One thing I always recommend is on our website, we do have a cost estimator. So you can go in, swap out different dorm options, different meal plan options, different number of credit hours. Those are all things that will affect that tuition number. So you can play around with all those different options and kind of see what works best for you when it comes to, planning to pay for college. Speaking of paying for college, FAFSA did open up December 31st, 2023. ODU's FAFSA priority filing date was March 1st. So that has passed. If you haven't submitted your FAFSA stuff yet, I would recommend doing so as soon as possible. That way we can start, working on a full aid package for you. We do offer merit-based scholarships. Those will come directly from us in the admissions office. There's no separate application needed for those. All of our applicants are automatically reviewed and considered when they apply. If you do receive a merit-based scholarship, it'll say so right in your acceptance letter. As long as the student maintains 15 credit hours per semester and a 3.0 GPA, that scholarship will automatically renew for up to 4 years for that student. One thing we also recommend is to submit an activity resume along with your application. So anything you're doing outside of the classroom, jobs, clubs, sports, volunteer hours, anything like that, go ahead, write that down, submit it with your application. When we receive it, we send a copy to our financial aid office. So when they sit down to look, over your information, put together that full aid package for you, they can take a look and see based on your list of activities, are there any additional scholarships you may qualify for? Just kind of helps us, get our students and their families the most comprehensive aid package possible. So that's it for me. All of our contact information for the admissions office is up on these screens here, as well as our different social media handles. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. We're very accessible and, we're happy to help answer anything that may come up.
Awesome, thank you. All right, at this point, I'm going to welcome everybody back on screen so we can hear from you all one more time. And as you're doing that, I'm going to pose a question here for you. So, and then we'll go around based on the order that you presented. So what advice would you give someone going through the search process, either now or in the near future? And we'll go back to University of South Carolina Upstate to start.
So I would probably say going around touring campuses, definitely is a big one. When you go out and tour campus, you usually make the connection if that's where you want to be in the next couple of years. That would be my biggest advice.
Thank you. Converse University?
With that, I would also suggest if you can schedule a time to talk with professors in the department that you are interested in, and maybe sit in on a class to help you get a feel for what the class will be like at the university you like.
Thank you. Middle Georgia State University.
When searching for colleges, I would give students the advice of having a top five. I know everybody has just one they want to go to, but I like to encourage everybody to have at least a top five.
Thank you. Salem College.
Yeah, I would also definitely try to sit in on a class with professors, just to make sure that their curriculum kind of aligns with your long-term goals.
Awesome. Thank you. Old Dominion.
Yeah, I always like to recommend visiting as well. But I'll also say, don't hesitate. If you're interested in a school, reach out to us, the admissions staff. We're a great resource to help answer questions. I know it can be tricky now. Some schools are test optional, some are test required, some are test blind. It can get a bit confusing for some folks. So, don't hesitate to reach out, especially if you're interested in the school. Their admissions staff can be a great resource to take advantage of.
All great pieces of advice. Thank you so much. Okay, my next question here for you is, what is one thing you want students to take away from this experience today about your school in particular? University of South Carolina, Upstate, will start.
Definitely the information, and everything that I mentioned in my PowerPoint. There was a lot of information, of course, that I couldn't put in the 6 minutes. But I mean, like I had all my information in there, so if anybody has any additional questions, they can always reach back out.
Thank you. Converse University.
It's with that also, don't forget that there's still a lot more that we have to offer that you may not have heard of during our presentation. So like she said, reach out to us and with any other questions that you have.
Thank you. Middle Georgia State University.
What was the question?
What's one thing you want students to remember about your school in particular?
Okay, about my school, I want you all to remember that we have one of the lowest tuition rates in the state of Georgia. This is something that really stands out, especially if you've already started looking at tuition rates and how much college costs. Very important.
Thank you. Salem College.
Yeah, one thing I would like students to know, I feel like there's a lot of stereotypes with women's colleges, and like we get those questions all the time, and we love when people ask, because I was in your same shoes, 18, 16, 17, with all these same questions. So just like feel free to reach out and just like embrace those questions that you have, and yeah.
Thank you. Old Dominion.
Yeah, I would say with us, you get the benefits of having a larger university where we do have 19,000 undergraduate students. So that comes with, the 18 different Division I athletic programs, the over 300 student-run clubs and organizations, 14 different dorm options, all the student support services. But our student to faculty ratio is still only 16:1. Average class sizes, depending on your major, anywhere from 16 to 25. So you get some of the benefits of that larger university without, being in a giant lecture hall all the time. You'll get to know your professors and your classmates as you work through your program.
Awesome. Thank you all so much. My last question here for you is, what is one myth you'd like to debunk on the college admission process? USC Upstate. Start.
You said one myth?
One myth you'd like to debunk.
Oh, I don't know.
You want to pass and we'll come back?
Yeah, I'll pass.
All right, Converse University, are you ready?
I guess one myth, even when I was in high school, is that only top 10 and straight A students are going to get into universities and colleges. And that is not at all true. I mean, they most definitely are if they apply. But like at a school like Converse, we take a more holistic approach, and we look at not only your transcript and your GPA and your SAT and ACT, but we also look at community service and like letters of recommendation. So it's a lot that goes into what you as an applicant are like for a university.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Middle Georgia State University.
One myth that I would like to debunk is it's not as stressful as people try to make it seem. Like others have said, please utilize your admission counselors, your high school counselors. We are here for you to ease the stress and help you through have a seamless process.
Thank you so much. Salem College?
Yeah, I was gonna say something similar. Like, it doesn't have to be hard. I know that's like a big myth. It's like, oh, it's so hard. But that's literally what we're here for, is to help you. And I feel like a lot of students feel like nervous to like ask questions that may be bothering us, but we literally love when you ask questions. That's our entire job. So never feel like you're a bother to your admissions counselor.
Thank you. Old Dominion?
Yeah, I would say don't feel the need to kind of overload yourself with tons of extracurricular activities. We'd rather see, the things that you're involved in, they're things you're passionate about, like do you have leadership roles? Don't feel the need to kind of stretch yourself so thin. You're doing 20 different things. Do the things you're passionate about. We love to see that, but don't feel like you need to be doing all these extracurriculars just to do extracurriculars.
USC Upstate, do you want to jump in here?
Yeah, so mine was about scholarships. I remember when I was in that situation as a high school student, I always thought that for college you would always have to pay everything like up front. We didn't have payment plans, you didn't have any scholarship opportunities. So definitely look around for scholarship opportunities and definitely fill out the FAFSA. That is a big one because there are definitely a lot of scholarship opportunities within the university and outside the university.
So thank you. All great insight. We appreciate that. All right, so that is going to conclude this session. So thank you all for joining us. Thank you to our presenters for putting this information together and being with us. And thank you to our participants as well. We encourage you to check back to the schedule, sign up for more sessions. There are 2 more that are happening. You'll be able to find this session's recording as well as all the others at strivescan.com/ what did I say at the beginning? I can't remember here. Strivescan.com/national beta. Perfect. All right. Well, have a great rest of the evening, afternoon, morning, wherever you're at. And thanks again for joining us.